What's up, guys? Welcome back to Digital Dive In, the proper gaming talk show where we dive into the latest news in gaming every single week. It's your boy Monkey. With me today is Ashike as usual.
I'm a little tired, guys. I got Miles Morales and I've been playing it all night, so bear with the low energy.
I'm tired too. I'm low energy. That's why I got coffee with a rum. It is the first day of spooky season, hence the orange sweatshirt. It's
Orange
October 1st.
beanie.
It's October 1st. We're going to dive into the weeks full of gaming news, which there is a fair amount of. Starting off, we got some PlayStation news, as per usual. First up, we got Firesprite acquires Fabrik. Firesprite is a PlayStation. Firesprite is a PlayStation studio. They just acquired the studio Fabrik, who made the game The Persistence, and there's rumors that they're also working on a Horizon VR title, which is very interesting.
Yeah,
I don't know
I
how Horizon would work in VR.
I don't think. I mean, I don't know how that was going to work. I mean, it doesn't take much to like form a bow, and do that kind of thing, and then I guess.
Yeah,
I don't know. It'll be very weird.
Yeah, I just don't know. But yeah, that's just a rumor now. We don't know if that's actually true. But I mean, the fact that other studios are acquiring other studios just means that PlayStation is really solidifying and making sure that their exclusives are here to stay, which is, kind of awesome. PlayStation themselves actually also acquired Bluepoint, who made the Demon Souls remake for PlayStation 5, along with the Shadow of the Colossus remake for the PlayStation 4. They're really, really big on remakes. However, they did say that they want to start focusing on original IPs instead of just remaking old ass games, which I am very happy about because, as you know, I'm not a huge fan of remakes. Sometimes, sure, but
if they're necessary, or not necessary, but if they're like well deserved, like Shadow of the Colossus definitely deserved a remaster.
Yeah, that was an amazing game.
That was Last of Us does not deserve a remaster.
Exactly, exactly. The Shadow of the Colossus was remade for the PlayStation 4. That was a PlayStation 2 game, so I mean that was very well deserved. Same with Dead Space. That's a very much well deserved remake. So I'm hyped for that one as well. But that's not Bluepoint. That's a totally different developer. That's the original developer, I think. Same with Coder. But anyways, so yeah, the fact that they're making original games means that we're probably going to be getting more original exclusive games, which I'm very, very happy about for the PlayStation 5. Love it. Love to see it. I'm all here for it. Let's go.
Then with all the money that they got from the remakes, they'll have a decent budget. They'll have, time to really put into and design the IP that they want,
Exactly.
They shouldn't have any budget limitations.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I'm exactly
now they have the full backing of PlayStation and Sony. So here's hoping to do some good work with that money.
It's like the company's Atreus and Sony is Kratos. It's like, yo, I got your back. It's like, damn, now I can do anything.
Basically. Speaking about Kratos and Atreus, we got some news out of the God of War Ragnarok, specifically from Christopher Judge. He went on Twitter and was talking about how, the game was originally supposed to come out in 2021 and got pushed back to 2022. Obviously, everyone was kind of, when the news came out, everyone was like, oh, yeah, this makes sense because of COVID and everything. But apparently it wasn't actually because of COVID. Apparently, Christopher Judge had multiple necessary surgeries in 2019, and Santa Monica was like, you know what? We're just going to push the game back so you have time to fully recover from your surgeries. Take all the time you need. Don't worry.
Which is kind of crazy to think about because the guy looks pretty jacked. Like, I couldn't see why. Like, he looks like a pretty stacked man. Like, and I'm just like, dude, what the fuck? This guy's jacked, man. Like,
well, yeah, I mean, that's probably why. Like, he probably injured himself working out or something.
That happens
a lot.
Man.
That happens a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with weightlifters and bodybuilders and
I think he went on to explain himself just because people are still bitching about the delay. And it's
yeah, maybe.
Dude, calm the fuck down. Like,
honestly, I just think it's cool that the developer cares so much about the people who make the game that they're willing to push the entire game back a year ish, just so their main dude can put all of his heart and soul into the game, and I think that's really cool.
I mean, he is the heart and soul of the game, so it's just like if they try to. You should not try and do a fuckboy Parker move and just like low key replace him and then just like hey guys, we had to replace him for budgeting reasons and
it wasn't even budgeting reasons. There's literally no reason to change. Sorry, tangent. There's literally no reason to change the face for Peter Parker and Miles Morales in the remaster of Spider-Man, but they did anyways. It didn't make sense and everyone hates it. So cool. But yeah, so anyways. Christopher Judge is the reason God of War Ragnarok was delayed, but we're 100% okay with that because as long as Christopher Judge is in good health, we are happy because that dude is amazing.
Yeah, I hope he has a full bill of health. If anybody hasn't seen him before, he played on Stargate Atlantis, which is kind of cool. So that's if you want to go see him in some action, that would be the place to go.
Also, everyone still kind of wants him to do live action Kratos if they ever make that a thing. So, and yeah, like honestly, why wouldn't you? Just grow out your beard, make it gorgeous. You got the gray, body paint on you, so you're good to go. Like, let's go. I'm all here for it. That'd be dope. The dude's jacked, and that'd be cool. Anyway.
As long as we don't have any more death threats for Santa Monica, please. And I think that's also why he did it, because people need to calm the fuck down. Just please. We're gonna murder you.
Speaking about death threats for developers and Sony, the next round of PlayStation Plus games was released. Actually, it was leaked and then officially released. So the PlayStation Plus games for October are going to be Hell Let Loose, Mortal Kombat X, and PGA Tour 2K21. And I think the reason people are mad is because no one cares about golf specifically. That's I think the only reason people are mad. I don't think anyone's mad that we're getting Mortal Kombat X because that was a dope ass game.
I mean, I think people are just being entitled and spoiled little bitches.
Yeah.
I mean, clearly they don't remember when this first started and we were just getting ass games. We didn't start getting like games till like maybe a year and a half in. And then we started getting like more AAA like releases for PS Plus.
And now we get like at least one big AAA game with every month. And it's like, holy
yeah. So it's nice, but like there was nowhere in the PS Plus contract that said, hey, we got to give you top of the line quality fucking
For a while,
games.
we were just getting random ass indie games. And I was totally okay with it because these are games I would never played. And it actually, gave me one of my favorite games of all time. That was Fez. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, yeah,
when they make a whole month about simulation games, then I can understand that. They were just releasing simulation games for a while, and I was just like, why would anybody want to play the Goat Simulator or the Washing Car Simulator, or the Gardening Simulator? I don't even get why some of these simulations exist. It's like, dude, you can just go do this in real life.
Yeah, exactly. Those are weird, but I mean, Hell Let Loose looks really good. It honestly looks like a better version of Vanguard.
I'm surprised that it's releasing for free when did it just come out?
Like, it came out on Windows in 2019, and then it's releasing for consoles. Yeah, this is the first time it's releasing for consoles, and it's going to be free on PlayStation Plus. So
yeah, that's an interesting.
PlayStation Plus is
I remember seeing it on Steam
for a while.
Yeah. I remember seeing it on Steam last year, and I was like, "Oh, this looks good," but like World War II really isn't my thing when it comes to shooters. It's not really.
Yeah, that's why everyone says just like no one cares about Vanguard. Nobody wanted this game. No.
Yeah, everybody still.
This one looks like a combination between Vanguard and Battlefield because it's 50v50s, and you can do a lot. Like there's commander roles, there's scout roles. I think this is a very intuitive World War II shooter, so I'm all here for. I'm definitely going to try it out. I'm kind of excited for that. So we'll see how that goes.
Is it free for PS5 or PS4?
PS5.
Nice. Oh, that's going to be nice. 60 frames.
Yeah, this guy finally got his PlayStation 5. Finally, yesterday.
You can see the box in the background.
You can, and the controller and everything.
I literally inhaled the box when I first got it. It was nice.
Yeah, he sent me a video. It was very cringy, but it's true. What do you expect? Moving on, the rest of our shows is just going to be focused on the Tokyo Game Show because that it started on Thursday. It's going until Saturday. Not a whole lot was announced so far. A couple things here and there. Nothing, super big, but it's a Tokyo Game Show. This isn't like a show for like huge, big reveals. They usually save that for, E3 and the Game Awards and that kind of stuff. Yeah. So, yesterday it started off with Xbox and the Monster Hunter Showcase. Xbox announced that cloud streaming is finally coming to Australia and Japan, which is pretty cool. And for some reason, Phil Spencer has a hard-on for Japan lately, because not only is he giving cloud streaming to Japan, but he also said he wants to beef up their Japanese games lineup. And I don't know if they're just seeing like how many awesome Japanese games are on PlayStation, or Phil Spencer fell in love with the Japanese girl and he's like, oh, I promised to put Japanese games on Xbox or whatever. But
hey man, Japan is a massive market for gaming and anime. So if you wanna do something, you start there.
True. And the reason, PlayStation has so many Japanese games is because, it's Sony.
It's a Japanese company.
Yeah, they're owned in Japan. Like, duh. Xbox is owned by freaking Microsoft, right? They're the whitest game company ever.
That's true.
Like, come on. Phil Spencer looks like the stereotypical frat boy. Like, Jesus. Bang.
Now that you mention it, yeah.
he really does. He's just a frat boy. That's all he is.
I would say Microsoft is like the PlayStation of America, probably.
Oh,
So I think they're just trying to expand their market and not really push on PlayStation's territory, but just like, I don't know, give them some nice competition.
Just give them more depth in general, I think.
Yeah.
Which makes sense. There's a lot of really, really good Japanese games out there, so by all
some
means,
of them never really reach America either, so it'll be nice to like see if we can get a market where we can get those Eastern games to come over here.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely.
That'd be dope. But they also announced that they gave some more news about Starfield, which is their biggest game from Bethesda. It's coming out besides Elder Scrolls 6, which we have literally no news on. But Starfield is their next big dialogue game, and they did say that it's going to have twice as much dialogue as Skyrim and Fallout 4. And Fallout 4, I think, was a little bit lacking on it, but Skyrim had insane amounts of dialogue in that game. So the fact that Starfield is going to have twice as much, it's kind of crazy. Now,
yeah, they're really interested in making games that make you want to just drop off the face of the earth, and I'm really not about that. Like, I need to have a life too. Like, I can't just
sit. Yeah. There's games like you have to sink hours into, like devote your whole day to that shit. I don't have time for that anymore.
Yeah, exactly. Like 3 hours in, it's just like, what did you do? Oh, I just had this conversation. Right. That's all you fucking did was talk to me. Yeah, man, this conversation's insane. It's just like, okay. Like,
I went hours on Skyrim when I first got that game. Not even when I first got that game, for like years after. And I would just sit around and play the game, and half the time, like, I would spend an hour in the game and I wouldn't really be able to do anything. And that's the thing with a lot of these newer games. Like, you have to devote like hours to the game to really do anything in the game. Like, I can't play Deathloop unless I have at least 3 hours to kill. At least 2 hours.
I mean, that's why I've come to really love smaller games that don't waste your time. Like, make a game like 10, 15 hours, leave it at that. Like, if it's going to have multiplayer, add multiplayer.
Like, whenever I'm sitting down and just want to play a game, I'm usually playing Ratchet & Clank because it's just a game we could jump into and do a bunch of shit. But but anyways, Starfield, the fact that they're having twice as much dialogue, I'm curious to see how much of this dialogue is just going to be random bullshit. Like, random, like, blurbs that people say when you pass them, and how much of it will actually be, like, necessary dialogue. Because a lot of the dialogue in these games is just random NPC bullshit that they just say when you pass them or you bump into them or some shit. Like, who cares? honestly, who cares?
I'll be very interested to see exactly, and then you're gonna have so many how the dialogue's actually going to affect the story.
I'm interested about that. Bethesda's really good with doing that, so like better than I would say some other developers. Cough. CD Projekt Red.
I mean, I think the next big one is going to be Dying Light that does it. So I'm
hopefully. I hope so. They better, because they're hyping that up. I'm like, yo, your game better have like serious ramifications for the shit you do and say. Because if it doesn't, I'm going to be really bored.
No, they said it's going to even change what zombies you encounter, different from other people's worlds, and like
Yeah,
it looks
I'm
like it's
interested
going to be
about
crazy.
that.
I'm really hype about that. I'm ready to kill some zombies.
Okay.
I'm mad it got delayed.
I'm not mad.
But,
I'm not mad. Make sure it's a good game. That's all I care about.
No, I'm okay with it being delayed, but it's just like my own disappointment. Like,
Yeah, I know.
Christmas, god damn it.
Today during the Tokyo Game Show, we got 505 Games. They're going to be showing off Grow Song of the Evertree. Don't have any idea what that is.
What?
Legend, Ayuden Chronicle, and more. And then we got Square Enix coming up after them. They're going to be showcasing Guardians of the Galaxy along with some other games, I believe.
Maybe a Kingdom Hearts 4 teaser. Maybe.
I highly doubt it, but maybe. Forspoken Showcase is coming up after that. Obviously, just going to be hyping up Forspoken. And then Sega Atlas is rumored to be announcing a brand new game. That's, Sega partnered with Atlas doing a game together. And I think that's kind of cool.
A new Sonic game, hopefully.
Oh, I hope so. I really hope so. Or just make like a remastered Echo the Dolphin.
Jesus, man, come on!
I'm the only one in the world who wants a sequel to Echo the Dolphin.
You just said we don't want any remakes or remasters, man.
No, not a remake, a remaster, a fucking sequel. I want a straight direct sequel to Echo the Dolphin.
Echo the Dolphin 2, even dolphier.
Even dolphiner. Attack of the Porpoises.
No, man, I need them to bounce back from Sonic Forces, because the only thing they put out lately is Sonic Colors Ultimate, and that's just a remastered game of something that was 10 years ago. So come on, guys, it's funny because the movies are actually doing better than the games now, which nobody ever thought would see coming. But like, Jim Carrey's a masterpiece.
Exactly. Coming up tomorrow is going to be the Guardians of the Galaxy live stream. Literally just going to be talking more about Guardians of the Galaxy, giving us more information, maybe showing some more gameplay, stuff like that. And then they got the Toei Takono live stream, which is he's going to be talking about Shinsi, Dynasty Warriors 9 Empires, Blue Reflection, and more. Then we got the Stranger of Paradise Final Fantasy Origin live stream, obviously talking about that game. Don't know what that is.
Don't know what it is.
Nah, I'm not a big Final Fantasy guy, so
Not me either. It's all really cringy anime lines, and also the art style is very also anime-ish.
Yeah, and I would say Final Fantasy is like the one anime game that I would play because I played the remake and I do like it. I played some other games and I do like the games. They are not as anime-esque as some other ones. And I like the aesthetic that Square Enix does. I really like the aesthetic. They're really good at making, kind of, it's like
they all look like poppy emo. They all look like poppy emo.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I hate it.
But like in Deus Ex, Human Revolution, Mankind Divided, those graphics are freaking gorgeous and insane. Yeah. And oh my god.
Oh, yeah.
I want another game. Anyways, and then Sunday we're going to be seeing the Arc System Works live stream talking about Guilty Gear Strive among other games. Voice of Cards.
If you want us to live stream any of this stuff, guys, let us know. We'll do a live stream.
He will
or something like that.
I don't care about this. Voice of Cards, the Isle Dragon Roars. Live stream, Ubisoft live stream talking about Far Cry 6 and Rainbow Six Siege, probably Extraction and a couple other games, and then the Genshin Impact live stream,
and that free game nobody wants from Ubisoft. Yeah, let's talk about that.
Yeah,
X Defiance. What is it?
Yeah, X Defiance. I don't know. They're probably going to be talking about that game as well, but I think that game is 100% going to be dead in the water, like without a doubt.
Yeah, they might actually cancel it if they don't get strong enough response. I can see that happening. Because we haven't heard anything about it yet so far. Like usually they'll be like promoting.
We got that announcement trailer and a little tiny bit of gameplay, and that was literally it. I'm just like, wow, this looks dumb. This just looks stupid. Like no,
you can see how broken it is in the trailer. Like force fields and like all this. I'm like, come on, man. Like,
yeah, it's gonna be weird.
We want to abuse the hell out of that.
100%, 110%. Yeah, I don't know. Personally, I think it's going to be a dead game. But yeah, I don't know. The Tokyo Game Show, for me, like a lot of this stuff, I don't really care about. I don't really, like, as many good Japanese games as there are, I usually don't play a whole lot of them. Because, one, I don't have time to really play all these different kinds of games. So I usually stick to the games that I'm really interested in, unless they come out for free and I have nothing else to do. Or two, they're just anime games that I could literally care less about. Like, I don't care about Guilty Gear. I know it looks cool, and there's a huge cult following, but I don't care.
You don't need to care about
Genshin
Gear.
Impact. I really don't. I don't care
No,
about
that's
Monster
probably
Hunter.
that's probably the best free game that's
Genshin
come out
Impact?
in a while. Yeah, it's really.
I've heard
it
it's
is
really
worth the
good.
time.
I've heard it's really good, but I'm just.
And they added
like,
Aloy. Oh yeah, you know you want to play as Aloy. Now you want to play as that Aloy.
Why would I want to play as Aloy when I can play as Aloy in Horizon? Like, what the hell? Like, I don't care if I can play as her in another game. I'd rather just play as her in her game. Like, shit. It's so dumb. It's so stupid. I don't care.
Monster Hunter Rise, I kind of care about, but I have dumped that for Cruise and Blast. So that's what I'm playing on the Switch right now.
That's fair.
And
But yeah.
it's glorious.
I don't know. This whole game show is kind of a non-starter to me. It's just a bunch of new information and people who, like, personally, I don't like to get that much information, even though I, talk about news for a living, kind of. But when it comes to games I'm really looking forward to, I don't want to know every single thing about it before it releases. I want to be surprised. I want to be excited.
Yeah.
I don't want.
I think that's.
I don't want them to show off too much of a game before it's released.
I think that's the thing with Deathloop too. A lot of people complain they were showing it all the time, but it turned out to still be a masterpiece. So
yeah, true. That's true.
Monster Hunter Rise, I do care about, but if they're like the last massive DLC expansion they had was $40 and I'm just like, if you do that again with Sunbreak, like you did with Iceborne, I'm not buying it, and I don't think a lot of other people are going to buy it either because that was kind of annoying. Like, and it's just like you're pretty much paying for a second game. Like, come on.
I mean, yeah. Again, Monster Hunter is kind of a games as a service thing, kind of like Destiny. So it's like, if you want the game to keep going, you have to shell out for basically another game. And it's just like I don't want to do that. I rather have like I'll get like a couple DLCs, like Assassin's Creed Valhalla had the Druid expansion and the Siege of Paris, which were both like $15, $20 a piece, and that's fine. I will do that. That's totally okay. But shelling out like $40, $50 for an expansion, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I waited for that shit to go on, and it took. Guess what? It took 3 years for that shit to go on sale.
Yeah, I'm sure. Like, no, I'm not about that life. I'm sorry.
No. It was what, guys? Because it was like $20. I was like, it took 3 years for this to go down. $20. Like,
that's dumb. But guys, we want to know your thoughts. What do you think about anything we talked about today? What do you think about the Tokyo Game Show? What are you most looking forward to in the shows upcoming? Personally, the only thing here that I'm really interested in much is Guardians of the Galaxy because that game looks fire. I can't wait for that game. The more I see of it, the more I'm actually hyped for it. So I'm really excited for that game. But let us know in the comments what game you're most excited for, what showcase you're looking forward to if you're watching the Tokyo Game Show at all, or if you're just going to catch everything after the fact.
For one, I'm hoping that they address the frame rate problem in this Guardians. I will not even think about playing this game if it doesn't play at 60 frames. Sorry.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right.
It's not going to happen. So hopefully it's
right.
not going to be. Hopefully they're going to address that.
Yeah. Anyways, guys, let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. If you like this video, please hit that like button. If you're new to the channel and you're not subscribed yet, do it. What the hell? We do a lot of good shit here. Like, come on, man.
And you're probably still going to get that free game if we can get to 200 subs.
Yeah, we're still trying to get there. We're at what, 140?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, we went up to 140 thanks to my buddy Alex. So shout out to you, Alex, if you're watching this video. But yeah, guys, hit the subscribe button. And once we hit 200 subs, we're going to be sending out a free game to a lucky person of your platform choosing. So hit the subscribe button, hit that bell so you can notify whenever these videos go live, whenever we do live streams, or
make it a Game Boy Advance game. I hope you guys still play Game Boy Advances. That
we'll get we'll get that new Game Boy Advance game out for free. How about that? Yeah. maybe. But guys, yeah, thank you for all your continued support. We appreciate the hell out of you guys, And we hope to see you guys in the future. Anyways, guys, stay excellent. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.